Happy Monday, friends, and welcome back to this week's Monday Muse. Some ideas to think about around the 5 moments of need, workflow learning. I do hope these are helpful. Just trying out a new idea. I know there's so much information on the internet and LinkedIn and all these things. Trying to create a way that we can start a dialogue and get some ideas across in a short and easy way. So here goes. This week's is about the new approach and kind of a rethinking of blended learning when it comes to 5 moments and workflow learning. When I started, guys, see if this sounds familiar, blended learning was taking a 5-day course and making it 2. And then we surrounded it by learning, we surrounded it by coaching, we surrounded it by other things that made the instruction a little more spread out and easier to do. But frankly, it was an instructional pivot. It was not a 5 moments of need model. It was more of a modality model, right? And so blended learning is really going across all 5 moments. Blended training is really just moving training modalities around. So in blended learning, we actually do 2 things with 5 moments. One called Course of Digital Coach. We'll talk about that in another Muse, but also something I want to talk about today called targeted training. And targeted training is not just going 5 to 2. It's targeting on the most critical skills that we find in rapid workflow analysis and other things where we know what people do for tasks. We grade the criticality and complexity of those tasks. And frankly, we should only teach on things that people need to be taught on because all tasks are not created equal, right? So the most critical skills, the most complex ones are ones we should teach in the class. People should practice, they should fail, they should succeed. Most importantly, they should be taught the digital coach. So when they get back to the workflow, they can continue their learning. Cognitive overload is a big problem in instruction. So what if we minimize it to just the targeted tasks and just teach to those, and as well teach the digital coach as a teach to fish model, that when they get back, the areas we don't cover, frankly, and we should never cover everything, can be done in the workflow, right? So targeted training, workflow learning, digital coach gives us a new look at what we really should be calling true blended learning. Hope this is helpful. Post in the comments, ideas for others, and we'll keep them up if you think it's something that's adding value. Have a great week, friends.